Welcome to Bedtime Whispers, where darkness comes to life and nightmares become reality. The cold, prickly wind burns my face, gets under my collar, and bites my bare palms. This winter's blizzard is more ferocious than ever. Two more figures walk down the deserted street, and I recognize them. We approach each other in silence and silently continue our journey together. This neighborhood of old wooden barracks has long been deserted and is notorious among the people of our city. But this is where we need to be, in the heart of this cursed territory. Cursed through our own fault. A few more people can be seen in the distance, desperately fighting the wind, but persistently walking forward. We are in no hurry to catch up with them. We will see them soon anyway. Here is our final destination, the old gray kindergarten building where we once had the misfortune to meet for the first time. Grisha is already standing in the corridor, stomping on the broken glass, slapping his hands at his sides, nodding briefly at us and nervously glancing at his watch. In 20 minutes, the abandoned hallway of the kindergarten is filled with people. Yulia Vorokina, Sasha Limbin, Kostya Somov. Everyone is here. No one is late, and everyone is ready to play. We smoke, pour vodka into plastic cups, drink without toasting. We repeat, it's getting a little warmer. Yellow pieces of paper rustles on the wallboard with a daily schedule and a menu list from many years ago. We watch as the trembling silhouette of a woman, now disappearing, now reappearing, slowly makes her way up to the second floor. It's time for us to follow her. We are all former pupils of the kindergarten who made a terrible, unforgivable mistake. We were friendly, cheerful, and carefree. We ate cottage cheese casserole, played ball, drew our mother. But our most important activity was stalking an ugly, sickly girl, Vasilisa. We never took the quiet, skinny little girl into our games. She was withdrawn and taciturn, had a poor appetite, and did poorly in physical education classes. She cried when we teased her with pussy, threw dog feces, and blamed all her pranks on her. But she never complained, either to her parents or to her caretakers, which further untied our hands. That day she timidly came up to us before our walk and asked to play with us. Laughing merrily, we said we were going to play hide and seek, and she had to hide as quickly as possible. Vasilisa yerked into her locker with a change of sandals and a yellow raincoat. I no longer remember which one of us closed the latch on the locker with 2 red cherries. Vasilisa screamed, asking to let her out, and we, 14 little monsters, were laughing gaily, as if nothing had happened, going outside. Vasilisa was found dead after the walk. She was missed in class when they saw an empty chair. The teacher, who was on duty that ill-fated day, hanged herself that same night. Since then, terrible things have been happening in the kindergarten. All the children in the nursery group went blind for no apparent reason. Fatty Jorik from kindergarten fell out of the 3rd floor window, and many children no longer woke up after quiet time. And we were the only ones who were fine. Everything was fine until Grisha's mother died a year later. A young, healthy woman suddenly went down with a heart attack. Another year later, my older sister left this world, having been thrown under the wheels of the chemists. Every year, on February 20, death took away relatives and friends of one of the former pupils of the senior group of kindergarten 134. Before leaving for the other world, everyone left a message with only one sentence. Vasilisa wants to play with you. We tried to confront Vasilisa. We called priests to sanctify the then already abandoned kindergarten, hung ritual herbs from the witchcraft, and just kneeled for hours in front of the cabinet with the scarlet cherries, trying to beg forgiveness. But Vasilisa did not calm down. When the kindergarten was empty, she took on the neighboring houses. Fires broke out. Infections spread. Homeless people and drug addicts hoping to spend the night in an abandoned building no longer went out. People close to us continued to die, leaving the same message before their deaths. Stepan was the first to die. He shot his sister, who was with him in the same group, and then put a bullet in his mouth from his father's hunting rifle. Sasha went missing on her way back from the dance group on a winter evening. Andre, who was under investigation for stealing a car, slit his wrists with a homemade sheave. We came to the conclusion that this was just a way for the guys to interrupt a string of deaths of their loved ones. There were only 10 of us left, and it was years before we finally understood the rules of the game. It was simple. You had to play hide and seek, but Vasilisa was the leader. If you survive the night of the 20th to the 21st, you and your family will live carefree for exactly 1 year. Scream, panic. Vasilisa will quickly find you, clutching at your chest, and your heart will never continue its course. And angry children's leftover will be carried through the rumbling corridors of an abandoned kindergarten. If you lay still, maybe you'll be spared this fate. We climb the stairs after our ghostly teacher. Now she enters the group, sits at the table, and begins to tell her dead students something. Sasha, Andre, and Stepan and his little sister, unnaturally pale, are sitting on chairs. Maxim and Olga float out of the bedroom, rustling the pounded tiles, and Sonia emerges from the bathroom. They were unlucky in previous years. Vasilisa learned to play hide and seek well. The rest of the chairs are empty. Perhaps one of us will take his seat already this night. We watch the silent lesson, finishing our vodka. The dead comrades listen intently to their tutor, and she looks at us reproachfully. Excuse us, Valentina Sargievna. The class is coming to an end, and we have to go. In complete silence, as if on cue, we scatter across the floors, trying to find a suitable shelter. I lie between the rows in the auditorium, covered by a dusty toy box. If I get back alive this morning, I'll be sure to buy my newborn daughter the same big box of the most beautiful, the most different, the most expensive toys. In the silence, there was a soft squeak of hinges and the slamming of the little locker door. The game had begun. Thank you so much for your attention. Subscribe to the channel. See you soon.